everybody, welcome to Cooking with Sylv Mac. I'm your girl, Sylv Mac, and today I felt like making a down-home Southern style breakfast because it is Saturday morning and you might as well enjoy one of those big old Southern breakfasts that features some cheese grits and some sausage and a fried egg and some biscuits. And let me show you the sausage I'm gonna use. I've got my Conecuh sausage, and I can't find this in Arizona. They don't sell it, so I had to order this online. So good, so good. But what I'm gonna teach you how to make today is some cheese grits. Now, you can make cheese grits with any type of cheese. There's tons of ways to make cheese grits, but I'm gonna show you my way of making it. So, grab that glass of apple juice, too early for wine, and let's get to cooking. Okay. So I've got my sausage cooking already, and it's back there on the back burner. I added a little water in there because I'm gonna use a little of that, I don't know if it's called gravy, but I'm gonna pour that over my grits, and it's gonna be, enough to make you wanna slap the whole generation before you. But let's get going on the grits. First of all, you need some grits, and I like to use the old-fashioned grits. The big difference between old-fashioned grits and quick grits take less time to cook, and they are ground a little more fine. Old-fashioned grits are a medium type grind, and they take a little bit longer, like 8 to 10 minutes. I like to use half milk and half water. So I've got 2 cups of liquid right here, and I've got half a cup of water, half a cup of milk. I've got my grits here, and you can use any type of cheese that you want. I like to use cheddar cheese sometimes. I like to use Gouda cheese sometimes. Smoked Gouda is enough to, that's some good stuff there. But right now I'm gonna use some pepper jack cheese. Oh, this really takes it to the next level. Of course, I've got my butter, and then for my seasonings, I kind of like to mix it up sometimes, but for my salt, you can use just regular salt, but y'all know I'm on this whole smoked salt kick, so I'm gonna use some smoked salt instead of regular salt. Some lemon pepper, yes, this makes it really good. And then some coarse black pepper. Sometimes I put a little garlic in there as well, so it just kind of depends on my mood. I might put some in there too. And I also like to use some Parmesan cheese and sprinkle that in there. So, I know I've told you everything, so let's go back to the stove and let's start cooking. Okay, so I've got my 2 cups of liquid, which consists of a cup of milk and a cup of water. And for every cup of liquid that I use, I like to use 3 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons and a half of grits. I've got my heat on like medium high. And the reason why it's on medium high is because we're using milk in there and you don't want it to boil over. So you have to really watch this. So for my salt, salt to taste, but I'm gonna probably put like maybe about a teaspoon of my smoked salt in there. You wanna make sure that you salt your liquid before you add your grits, because otherwise they will be bland and you need that salt to get into the grits as it's cooking. So let me go on and add some pepper. And then I'm gonna go on and put some lemon pepper in there as well. Now the lemon pepper, of course, has pepper in it, but it also has salt and a few other flavors. And just because I kind of feel like it, I am gonna add just a dash of garlic powder. All right, so I'm gonna wait for this to come to somewhat of a boil. Now, because we've got milk in here, you wanna make sure to keep your eye on it, because otherwise, if you walk away for a little while, and if it comes to a boil, it's gonna boil all over and just mess up your stove. So just keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, I've got my sausage cooking. Let me show you it. Ah, yeah. And you see that juice in there? That's gonna be good to pour over your grits. Just wait until I plate this. You're gonna be salivating. If you wanna cover it, that's fine while you're waiting for it to boil. Just make sure that you stick around here, because milk has a tendency to boil over. And if it boils over, I'm telling you, you're gonna be pissed off to the highest of festivity. Now it's boiling a little bit, so I wanna take my whisk And this is important. Once you add your grits, you want to make sure that you whisk it in and you do it slowly because you don't want lumpy grits. And I like my grits buttery, so I am going to add, maybe a half a stick of butter. And I'm gonna turn down my heat because I don't want it to boil over. And now I'm gonna add my cheese. So again, I've got the pepper jack cheese and I'm just gonna throw it right in there. And you wanna do this while it's cooking. And I like to add about 2 slices of cheese because I've got 2 cups of, 2.5 slices of cheese. And I'm also going to add a little Parmesan cheese. This gives it just a nice little flavor. I'm all about flavor and building flavor, so not a whole lot, but just a little. And use your wooden spoon and then give it a stir. Now the cheese is all melted in there along with the butter. You've got it on like medium-low heat. The grits should start to thicken, and because these are the old-fashioned grits, they're gonna take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. The quick grits only take about 4 or 5 minutes. So I do like to cover those, but now that it's on medium-low heat, it's not gonna boil over. But you kinda wanna check back every now and then and just kinda give it a nice little stir so that they don't stick to the bottom. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. Just kinda wanna check it and give it a stir. Make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom. Be careful because these hot grits will pop on you. And hot grits hurt. Just ask Al Green. They're coming along. And you can see they're getting nice and thick and nice and creamy. And this is about 10 minutes into it, so that's a really good, I think, consistency. Okay, it is time to plate my breakfast. Oh yeah. I've got the sausage, and I like to cut mine up in little pieces. You see this liquid in here? This is some good eating from the sausage. You make a little indentation like that. And that is your down-home breakfast. My egg. All right, so now what I'd like to do is, you see all that juice that I got from the sausage? You mix that in with your grits. And then you take a piece of sausage, you dip it in there. You got your eggs that are over medium. Yeah. I need a moment alone. Hot diggity dog. This is some good eating. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, tell a friend, and until next time, cheers.